What if your money was working right now? While you sleep, while you eat, while you watch this video? No boss, no office, no special skills needed. This is not a scam. This is not crypto. This is not get rich quick. This is something Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, has told regular people to do for decades. It's called an index fund. And by the end of this video, you'll understand it better than most adults. Okay, so let me ask you something. What do most people do with extra money? They put it in a bank, and they leave it there. That's it. But here's the question nobody really stops to ask. If prices go up every year, and your bank gives you almost nothing back, what is actually happening to your money? It's losing power. Slowly, quietly, every single year. That's called inflation. And most people have absolutely no idea it's eating their money right now. But what if, instead of leaving your money sitting in a jar collecting dust, you planted it like a seed? That's really all investing is. You put your money to work. It grows. You don't have to do anything extra. Now here's where most people get stuck. They think investing means picking stocks. Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Google. Which one do you pick? When do you buy? When do you sell? I get it. It feels impossible. And honestly, for most people, it is. So let's go back to 1976. A man named John Bogle had an idea. A very simple idea. He asked one question. What if instead of picking one company, you just bought all of them? Not just Apple, not just Tesla. Every single big company in America. All at once. Called it an index fund. And you know what the financial world did? They laughed at him. They called it Bogle's folly. They said it was for losers. They said no serious investor would ever want average returns. But Bogle had math on his side. And math doesn't care about opinions. Okay, let me make this even simpler. Imagine a giant marketplace. Thousands of companies are there, each one selling tiny pieces of themselves. Those tiny pieces are called shares. When you buy a share, you own a tiny piece of that company. If the company does well, your piece grows. If the company does badly, your piece shrinks. Simple. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody knows which companies will win. Not even the experts. Studies show that over 10 years, more than 90% of professional fund managers, people paid millions of dollars to pick stocks, fail to beat the market average. 90%. Just let that sit for a second. So what does an index fund actually do? It doesn't try to pick winners. It just buys everything. Think of it like a smoothie. You don't pick one fruit. You blend them all together. Some fruits are sweet, some are sour. But together, the smoothie is always good. Some companies will fail. Some will explode in growth. But the whole blend, over time, almost always goes up. The most famous index fund in the world tracks something called the S&P 500. That's the 500 biggest companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Johnson & Johnson. All of them together in one fund. When you buy into this, you own a tiny piece of all 500 companies, all at once, for the cost of one single purchase. And here's what history actually shows us. Over the last 100 years, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% per year, every year. I know, 10% doesn't sound exciting, but stay with me, because this next part changes everything. It's called compound interest. And honestly, once you understand it, you'll never think about money the same way again. Here's how it works. You invest $1,000. It grows 10%. Now you have $1,100. Next year, you don't earn 10% on $1,000. You earn 10% on $1,100. Then $1,210 grows. Then $1,331 grows. Then $1,464. You didn't add a single dollar. The money is making money on its own while you sleep. Let's get real with actual numbers. What if you invested just $200 a month? That's it, $200 a month into a simple S&P 500 index fund. After 10 years, you've put in $24,000 of your own money, but your account shows roughly $38,000. After 20 years, you put in $48,000. Your account shows roughly $150,000. After 30 years, you put in $72,000. Your account, roughly $380,000. You didn't work for that extra $300,000. Your money did, while you just lived your life. This simple. Why doesn't everyone do it? 3 reasons. 1. People think you need a lot of money to start. You don't.
Some index funds let you start with as little as $1. 2. People think it's complicated. It's not. Open an account, choose a fund, set it to automatic. Done. 3. People are scared of losing money. And honestly, I understand that fear. It's real. But look at the last 100 years. The market has gone down many times, sometimes really badly. But every single time, it came back higher. The only people who truly lose money in index funds are the ones who panic and sell when it drops. In 2007, Warren Buffett made a bet, a $1 million bet. He bet that a simple S&P 500 index fund would beat the best professional hedge fund managers in the world. Over 10 years, a hedge fund manager said, "Bring it on." These were the smartest investors on Wall Street. Teams of analysts, supercomputers, decades of experience, versus one simple index fund. No manager, no fancy strategy, just buy everything and wait. 10 years later, the index fund won by a massive margin. The average hedge fund returned about 36% over 10 years. The index fund returned 126%. The most powerful financial tool in the world turned out to be the boring one, the slow one, the one that does absolutely nothing fancy. Here's something most people don't know. Warren Buffett, worth over $100 billion, has told his own family exactly what to do with his money after he's gone. Did he say hire the best fund managers? No. Did he say buy gold? No. Did he say invest in his own company? No. He said, put 90% into a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund. That's it. The richest investor in history, recommending the simplest possible investment to his own family. If it's good enough for his family, it's probably worth understanding for yours. There are 2 types of people watching this right now. Person A hears this and thinks, okay, I'm going to look into this today. Even if I start with $50, even if I start with $10, I'm going to start. Then there's person B. Person B thinks, interesting. Maybe someday. Maybe when I have more money. Maybe when I understand it better. And I say this with love. Person B is going to look back in 10 years and wish they had started today. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Let me bring it all together. 3 simple ideas you learned today. Idea 1. Money sitting still is money shrinking.
inflation eats it quietly every year. If your money isn't growing faster than inflation, you're slowly going backwards without even realizing it. Idea 2. You don't have to pick stocks. You don't have to be smart about investing. You just have to buy the whole market and wait. Idea 3. Time is the secret ingredient. The longer your money is invested, the more the snowball grows. Starting with $10 today beats starting with $1,000 5 years from now. And here's your actual first step. Not theory, real action. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. It takes about 10 minutes online. Look for names like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, or your local country equivalent. Step 2. Search for an S&P 500 index fund or a total market index fund. Look for low fees. The fee is called an expense ratio. Anything under 0.20% is great. Step 3. Set up automatic monthly investment. Even $50, even $20. Automatic means you never forget. You never talk yourself out of it. It just quietly happens every single month. That's the whole plan. 3 steps, about 10 minutes to set up, then let time do the work. Every month you wait is a month of compounding you don't get back. Your future self is either going to thank you or wish you had started today. The best investment strategy in the world is the one you actually start. If this video helped you understand something you didn't before, share it with one person today. A friend, a sibling, a parent? Because financial knowledge is the one thing that grows when you give it away. Hit subscribe for more videos like this. We make complicated money topics simple, because everyone deserves to understand money, not just the ones who went to finance school. Stay patient, start small, and let time do the heavy lifting. Your money is waiting to work for you. All you have to do is give it the chance.